Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the #1 Divine Intervention virtual event where my 49 plus guest experts from all over the world are sharing their strategies for you to monetize your calling. We're on day 6 of the Social Summit. Yay! Day 6 of 49. And throughout the 49 days of the Social Summit, our guests are here to help you expand your lifestyle, your spiritual business, and the planet with your soul purpose. Amazing stuff. So you can take one strategy away and start to see that momentum in your life and your business, right? Because that's why we are here. And so you can start to play a bigger game. So towards the end of this hangout, I will let you know how you can get in the green room with my very special guest. And if this is your first time joining the Social Summit, you can see in my lower third, after this hangout, you can go to www.D.I.V.E Live online, and you can get into the community that we have created for the Social Summit so you can get the rest of our strategies. So if you don't know me, I'll briefly introduce myself before I introduce my guest. So my name is Iona Mead. I am a vision and life purpose business coach based here in the UK, and I help helping and healing professionals, service-based and spiritual business owners like you to achieve and maintain greater financial freedom and have peace of mind. I feel so blessed to bring my guest. I have a very special guest, and I'm going to bring you on screen. Hi, May Vu. Hi.
Hi. I had to unmute myself. Hello.
Hi, welcome to the Social Summit. So what I will do, May, is give you a wonderful introduction because I think you deserve that. So May is an international speaker, master coach. May works with mompreneurs who are divorced and dating, and she helps women either turn their relationship around or attract and create their new lasting love while raising healthy kids and rocking their business. How awesome is that? So May has a successful 6-figure coaching business, serving over 1,000 women worldwide for the past 20 years, guys. I told you I'll bring some amazing guests. So she's also trained as a certified over 1,000 life coaches. I didn't know that, May. So May's all has been described as playful, funny, bold, and is a stand for hot love. No, hot life, hot love. I love that. Thank you, May, for being here.
Thank you so much, Iona. Thank you so much for this privilege of being part of your global reach to the world. I feel so honored and so grateful. So many ways.
Thank you. Thanks, May. I tell you what, guys, this lady is a powerhouse. We were just talking before we started the broadcast, and I have goosebumps. I have goosebumps many times when I speak to her. Oh my goodness, we are in for a real treat today, I am sure. So if you have any questions, anything comes up for you in this hangout, please do leave your comments and your questions below for May. And as I said, well, I'll share how you can get in the green room. So May, I have given you an introduction, which is like powerful, but I have asked all of my guests so far, before we dive deep into sharing your strategy for monetizing your calling that our audience can take away, I would just love to know what you feel called to do, what your purpose is, and how that's unfolded for you. Can you share with our audience a little bit more on that, please?
Oh my gosh, I'd love to. How often do we get to be asked that question, right? Yay! Ask me. I am so passionate about working with divorced mom entrepreneurs to help them really, what I call, build your hot life and hot love, along with your hot business. And what that really means is I'm a divorced mom myself, and I have a 13-year-old daughter. Things are going really well right now for me, you know, 6-figure business, traveling around the world to do my work and having wide reach and wonderful things. But it hasn't always been that way. I remember about 10 years ago when my marriage fell apart and I didn't have the money to split off from my husband. We didn't have that kind of money. And so, you know, I'm cocooning in this tiny little apartment and looking at my daughter and going, how do I survive? How do I make a go of this? And how is he going to survive? And all this stuff. And being a divorced mom and an entrepreneur, you know, we can't function like that because we have a huge responsibility to our children up front. I mean, I look at my daughter and I'm like, you know, WTF, what do I do here with her? And how do I make a go of this? And then even to let alone let love in and having, you know, thinking about the future about that, oh, that was so scary. So I know what that's like to start over and to build a business, to be gutsy enough to continue to do your work in the world and to raise your children, and then to start to date again and to find love again and to heal all that stuff. So I think the divorced mom's puzzle is super delicious for me to work with and to help them undo their patterns so that they can have what they really want. Because we all deserve a do-over, and do-overs are really fun because you can apply all of that you've learned in the past and then take that into your work and use that to really inspire people and rock it. You know, so that's why I'm so passionate about this, baby. I've been flying around back and forth between Sweden and the United States to work with mom entrepreneurs to help them really build a hot business while raising their kids, while, you know, having hot romance in their life. And when you can let love in, you can let money and success in super easy.
Wow.
Yeah.
What did I tell you guys? Powerhouse. Woo! Hot. I love it. Do you know what? Oh, so many things came up for me as you speak, and I've been quite open. We're on day 6 of the Social Summit, so you know, some of you might know or not. And I share with you in the chapter that I wrote in Empowered Women in Social Media. It was a book, so I give away that. So if you haven't got it, let me know. And I share in that you know, I went through what felt like the messiest divorce in history. It was for me. 4 years, crazy stuff. And I was financially, spiritually, energetically, emotionally drained all out. And I'm like, okay, I left this relationship, which felt like a relief. It was definitely like a shedding of my old vibration, right? And you think you get married and it's not, you think it's going to be forever. Okay, it's not. All right, fair enough. What do you do? So I left with a carload of stuff and my children, and I traveled, and I laugh now because it's no longer part of, you just look back and you think, really? But I left with my children. I was trying to start my business and all this stuff. So what you say is just on point for me. And I met my soulmate now, and we've been together 6 years in June. And it's been a roller coaster of a ride. And when you say that, let love in, it's been crazy because you have those patterns, right, that keep you stuck. You don't even recognize that. You don't trust in yourself, and you think, and when you don't trust in that, making those decisions in your business, in your life, it has a crazy effect. And like you say, you've got that responsibility for your children. I have a girl and a boy, and you know, my daughter's 12, my son's nearly 20. But this was a few years ago now, like 7 years ago. It was insane. And to have somebody like you that's so passionate, that had been through it, you know, I can even just imagine what you give to the people that need to hear that, because I'm on the other side, but I hear it and I feel it, and I know that it's really needed. It's just so powerful what you do, mate, honestly.
Well, it is. And you know, I see so many women, and when they come to me, you know, they're like, I've put myself last all this time so that I can build my business, so that I can make a living for us. And then, you know, now that my kids is almost grown and I'm looking at, you know, a lifetimes of loneliness, and maybe I'm ready for love again. Man, I wish they have known about me sooner, you know, because really, truly, putting yourself last so that putting love last so that you can pay the bills and work hard and all that stuff is one strategy. It's not the fastest strategy to get to what you want. It's not. But when you're overwhelmed with life, so you think that that's what you need to do to cope with life, those are signs that you're not able to let love in, you're not able to let support in, you're not able to receive, you're only able to work hard. And when you do that, you actually slow down your progress, you actually slow down your success level. So when you can open up and allow love to come in, and when you allow love to come in, you allow money to come in, you allow success to come in, you allow clients to come in. It's the same energy, and most people don't see it that way. They see it as work, work, and work. I have to work to build my business, I have to work to raise my children, I have to work to date. And so they're like, I don't have time for that. I could barely deal with this thing. Yeah.
Yeah, I love that. Do you know, and that's what I share, that it was that old, I feel like it was a shedding of my old vibration, because I knew that my vibration was raising. And, you know, we'd got married the year before. We went to the States, got married on the beach, and bought our detached home, had nice holidays, had nice sports cars, drop tops, soft tops. It, you know, from the outside, looked great. From the inside, I was walking, I know that you touch on this, and that kind of will bring that in. I was walking on eggshells. I was wondering, you know, when he was coming home, what was going to be the atmosphere in the house. I just knew that I had to get out of that situation. And I knew that it wasn't about just him and our relationship. It was about me and how I was showing up in the world, and what I was willing to do, and how I was willing to play, you know?
Yeah.
So when you say that about letting love in, it took me a long time. I'm not going to lie. You know, my partner's been there through thick and thin, and he's still been showing up. And you know, when you just think, have you not gone yet? Because I probably would have run.
Oh, well, I think what you speak to, something that's so important, and thank you so much for sharing yourself so that we can talk about something really real here. So we're not conceptualizing this, you know, like you and I are living this journey, right? And what you speak to is the number one cause that most women don't even know that this is what's driving them. But this place where if this is where you're coming from, you will sabotage any success, you will sabotage any level of love coming at you. And even if it try to come in, which it does daily, by the way, even if it come in, you will find ways to bat it out, because you can't hold it, you can't receive it. And that number one thing is that you are run by the guilt and the fear that you're not good enough, and the guilt that you're not doing enough.
Oh my goodness, that's it, guys. Honestly, I share that I went to D.I.V.E Millionaire Mind Intensive, because that relationship broke down. We lost the marital home. Home was repossessed. Finances bankrupt, homeless. Went into D.I.V.E Millionaire Mind Intensive, and the whole thing was, I came out and I broke through that barrier of, I didn't feel worthy. Had no idea to that what it was facing me, and had no idea to the extent that it was impacting every single area of my life. And I know that you go.
No, go. Keep finishing your thoughts.
I was going to say, because I know that you share everybody's journey to actually awakening to that, and actually owning that, and actually facing themselves. You know, everybody comes into contact with whatever circumstance it is that you need to hear. And guys, seriously, I say it, and I'm able to say it, and I'm able to smile, but I just know that if you're in that situation, I hear you and I feel you, and there is another way. And thankfully, you are here to share with our audience your freebie that you've contributed to the Social Summit, which, you know, is powerful. You know, sometimes we make it overly complicated, and sometimes we just need a kick in the to just, do you know what I mean? Just turn things around, or at least start to turn things around. And once we do, the momentum picks up. So May, I know that you share your freebie. And guys, we started off the Social Summit with a 7-day giveaway at what I like to call as a virtual swag bag. where all of my guests contribute their free gifts. So if you've got May's free gift, then great. We'll be able to take that and ask the questions in the green room. I'll share with you how you can do that towards the end of this hangout. And if you haven't got it, I'll put the link below so you can get it. It's called To Be Loved, Adored, and Cherished. 5 tips to stop walking on eggshells and start having the life that you want. I mean, who wouldn't want that, right? Can you share more on that, May, please?
You'd be surprised of how people tend to say, well, I'll get to that when I finish building my business. Or I'll get to that when I'm not so busy.
Oh and we know what it is, right, guys? When you have been in a relationship, and a lot of people resonate with my story, a lot, more than they really do. And so, and if not, they've seen someone. So if you know someone, invite them here. And so when you've been on that side, and then you move and you make that transition to where you do feel loved, I'm telling you, the vibration, the feeling is so delicious, as you said. You have to do that for yourself, because you deserve it and you are worthy. So May, please do share more of what I
will.
Yeah.
There's so many things to weave this in, right? So first of all, when you're run by those guilt and fear that you're not good enough, then you start to walk on eggshells, trying to please everyone. And then you start to work a lot harder. And the harder you work, nobody's happy. That's what's so crazy. And then you become angry and resentful, and then you're hurt, and then you work harder and you become righteous, and then you become this big needy pot, like I need love, I need support, but you can't ask for it because now you're pissed and you can't open up yourself. So then you're making it even harder for the universe or the angels or the humans to come in and help you. So it's like it's a terrible downward spiral slope that we do when we come from this place. And if you honestly look, you'll see that surprisingly all of us, it's amazing. I mean, like, I've been one hot coach. I've been out there doing this for 20 plus years. And if you know me personally, you would think, oh my gosh, she has that too. But if I'm really honest and look, there's always this a part of me that goes, oh, I'm not good enough yet. And it's like, what? Yeah. I'm not doing it right enough yet. What? So you need to know that, and then so that you can tend to that part and love that part. So that's why my giveaway is to give you very simple steps and why you need to stop walking on eggshells, so that you can start to let yourself be loved, be adored, and then be cherished. Those are 3 really important words, and most of the time, if we're lucky, we get to the to be loved part, and we're afraid to be adored and then cherished. What the heck is that? Right? But imagine that's what you have in your bedroom, in your kitchen, and in the boardroom. Imagine that's what you have in your business. Everybody who loves, adore, and cherish you, right?
Oh, yes. Yeah, definitely. I know that you share a couple of points of what that actually looks like. It's like, well, I'm not walking on eggshells, I'm whoever, and so what does that look like? I know that you give a couple of examples, and I love the example about your daughter, but take it wherever you want to go, and then I'll pick up the one with your homework with your daughter, because that resonated with me.
Sure. Okay. So I'll do one of like just a simple casual thing that just happened in the kitchen at my home one day. I was staying over at my boyfriend's house, and he had 2 roommates, 2 adult roommates, a woman and a man. And Mike was in the kitchen, eating breakfast, and I walked in, and he goes, Kathy has a guy in the room, and I'm like, oh, okay, great. And he goes, yeah, he's a really nice guy. And I said, so were the last 2 guys. And his mouth dropped and goes, shush, don't say that so loud. I'm like, what, does he not know that she has had other men boyfriends and who had slept with her. Like, really? Is that news to anybody? What's so hard about? And then she came out and she looked at me like, May, how dare you say that? And everyone, like thought that I had horns on my head for saying that. So with the last two guys, they were nice. That's all I meant. They were nice guys. She is with nice men. What's the problem with that? But you see how simple and how immediate it can, like, we're all so trained to walk on eggshells with each other, trying not avoid the truth, not even the hard truth, but trying to avoid the truth, and we have so much shame and embarrassment to be who we are in the world. How are you supposed to build a business on top of that? How are you supposed to cultivate and create a new relationship if that is what you live in?
Yeah. May, can we share? You don't have to if you don't want to.
Sure, you can.
I love that you say that, walking along eggshells, because, guys, if you know me, what you see is what you get, right?
Me too.
Yeah, it's like what you see is what you get. I'm sorry, but that is how it is. So I know that I won't be a great fit for everyone, and I know that the Social Summit hasn't been a great fit for everyone. And so I've had guests come onto the Social Summit. We've got 50 people in the Social Summit, and I plan to run it 3 times in the next 12 months, right? So that's a lot of energy. That's a lot of people that I'm attracting. And I will share with you, if you don't know, that some of my guests dropped off at the Social Summit. Why? Because I am asking really hard questions for you guys. I'm interviewing them and asking them, how do you fulfill your life's purpose? What have been your failures? What have been your successes? What have been your struggles? What have you been? Because I'm just real. Because I believe that we don't have to be a guru to have a calling. And I think that we just need to be open and honest so people can see, actually, I can step into my greatness. It wasn't always this way for us. Mm-hmm. Some people maybe found resistance to that or didn't love it. I don't know. But I believe that I have brought you the perfect people in the lineup, and one person that almost slipped away from the Social Summit. I don't know, there's divine timing, and you've got to trust and you've got to resist. So I'm always going to say I'm cool with it. That's fine. If this is great for you, it's a great fit. There's one lady that I'm like, do you know what? You're going to be in that lineup because this is your time. Can we share that, May?
I believe you're talking about me.
And a couple of others.
I love this journey with you. So first of all, thank you again. Thank you so much for getting me here. Not just building all the technology and all that stuff, but the emotional stuff. So I had amazingly, and this is such a classic pattern. I see this in my client too. So in January, I said to myself, I want to expand my reach. I wanted to build my list. And I, sight unseen, I joined this group, the JV group, whatever. I haven't done anything with them, by the way, but I connected with you right away. So I manifested Iona right away. And then she invited me onto this Social Summit. And I'm like, sure, I can do that. That's super fun. I'm ready. You have to know, I'm hot stuff. I've been coaching and training coaches for 20 years. I've traveled to Dubai, to Singapore, to Korea to train people to become life coaches. I have worked with over 1,000 clients. All right, and I'm now based in Sweden and here in California. I'm global. I'm international. I'm not afraid of these things. Oh my God. I have created so much pain for poor Iona. I cannot understand the technology. I can't do this. Even down to the day where we had this call schedule, my internet completely whacked out. I couldn't connect with her. I'm a Google Hangout queen. I've been Google Hangout before Google Hangout is cool out there, okay? So I'm like, all right, sister, you got to sit down and you got to take a big deep breath and really listen to yourself and seeing what's going on. Your fear of success and of being seen is taken over now. That thing that I talk about, the fear of not being good enough and not doing it right. Oh my God, they sat on my face like that. Yay, me!
Yay, May! Oh my goodness.
So
I'm
wait,
so
here's the
glad.
trick though. The trick is that most of the time, if you encounter that about yourself, you probably would get really disappointed, really shamed, really embarrassed, and then you probably hide and quit or hurt yourself with judgment. But what I say is, I put my left hand over my heart and I put my right hand over my left hand and I say, I love myself as is. I'm so sorry that this is so scary for me. I get it. And this is very courageous. I get it. Good girl. Keep going. And then I wrote back a very humble email to Iona saying, I'm so sorry. My fear has gotten the best of me. Please forgive me for all the hardship that I added to your life by doing that. It's beyond my control. And
Yeah,
if there's another chance, I'd like to overcome this so I can really show up.
yeah,
And
yeah. Love it. Oh,
bless her heart, you have been so generous and so loving to me in this process. Thank you so much. And you
ah,
really demonstrate what it's like to be loved, adored, and cherished, even in your human
ah.
self.
Exactly. This is what I'm getting goosebumps, guys, because I was saying to May, it's not even, I know that this event is bigger than me. And so what May does, and May has been doing this for like 20 odd years, right? She's rocking it on stage as a speaker, and I'm sitting there going, I am not about to get on any stage. I got asked to do some speaking gigs a few years ago, 2 in like the same week. I never even contacted those people. I was just like, no. So we,
Yes.
exactly. So we come up with so many different things. And I tell you what, getting on camera was just like no for me. I would do audios in my training and all that stuff, and I'm like, no way. I was held back by fear of success, failure, and selling. So when May comes up with that resistance, I didn't even know the details. I'm just like, do you know what? Are you willing? Because I know the gifts. And then what triggered it for you, May, was when I said, the people that you're here to serve are on the other side of that. And you're like, boom, I'm there. So that funk just disappears when you remember what your calling is, and you remember that it's actually bigger than you. And that's what happened for me. I'm stepping up and doing this social summit. I haven't created an event like this. You know, the fears, I say that I'm in the fearless receiving mode, and I do my tapping, and I do, you know, because it always comes up for everyone. And that's what I wanted to share. And I honor May. She did say that we could share it beforehand in that story, because no matter what you do in life, staying true to you and being honest will attract the people that you are here to serve, because you're being real and you're showing up. There's no false face here. There's no false face. What you see is what you get. So I really do want, and I do feel loved and adored and cherished by you, by my children, by my soulmate, by the community. And people are just showing up for me in so many powerful ways. But it wasn't until I was willing to own it.
Yeah.
I was willing to own it. You know, it's bigger than me.
And that whole to be loved, adored, and cherished, I am challenged by that daily. And that experience with you, you know, like I just thought, oh my gosh, I've now gone over the edge. You know, I'm too much for her. Like, how many times do you ever think that you're too much? You're too much for him, you're too much for her, you're too much for them, they will not like you, they will not love you anymore, that's it, you've done it, right? And so I just thought I was just too much, too lame. That was my big thing, you know, on my forehead. I'm just way too lame for this. And then and yet to still be there with myself and still reach out to you in humbleness and full humility and say, that is what's been happening, you know. So, and then to trust that the universe and the person in front of me still love, adored, and cherish me, instead of pitching it so that I'm now on the opposite side. I could so create stories and make this whole summit wrong so I can get out and not have to face my fear, right? No!
Yeah. Do you know what, I'm really goosebumps? I love this event because, you know, hopefully you guys are resonating, and do leave your comments below, because, you know, we ask you to come and join us for a reason. We say the Divine Intervention virtual event for that reason. If that's not a divine intervention, I don't even know what is. Right?
maybe
I
that.
even know what it, you tell me what it is then, right? Because
that was a big ass divine intervention. That wasn't just a divine intervention. I think you need to add two more syllables to that.
I love it. And the thing is, May, do you know what? And I love that you say that because I had not, don't get me wrong, organize an event like this is crazy amounts of work behind the scenes.
Yes.
But the thing is, it's not even that, you're frustrated. And I had to pause a couple of times, not you necessarily, just as in, don't put that vibe out. What about being on the other side? We never know what somebody else is struggling with, what somebody else is feeling. So to really just reflect and say, how would what we see in other people, we see in ourselves. Simple as. So what we're putting out there, so for me to share that love, I would love that back. So that's the only thing that I could put out there, because that's what, from going through the journey that I've been through, that's what I've learned. And that's what the only game that I'm willing to play. Don't get me wrong, I fall down sometimes, but that's the only game that I'm willing to play. And when I fall off it, I've got to step back up. I've got to step back up.
Absolutely. And I think there's one thing in here that is harder to see, which is I've made myself easier for you to love me.
Yeah.
I didn't defend. I didn't make it hard for you. I didn't shuck my responsibility. I fully owned it. I fully said, Iona, this is me. It's not. It's my own fear. I'm so stuck. I don't know what to do. I thought I was beyond this, but I'm not. And to be able to say those vulnerable things, make yourself easier to love, to be loved, right?
Yeah.
I think a lot of times we make ourselves really hard to be loved and to be supported, and then we wonder why we're alone and that we have to do everything ourselves.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, that resonates with me. I just think, gosh, with I've shared, and the reason why I say about my partner is like, are you still here? Is because I am honest. I pushed and pushed. I'm like, I'm not ready for that. I've gone through a divorce. I've got my children. I've got to protect them. I've got to do all these things. And do you know what I mean? And he's just,
yeah.
To be, you are going to spread so much love in this world, and how could you not be here?
Well, and a lot of people have turned me down because they label me as a relationship coach, and they say I'm inappropriate for business, and I'm like, are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Are you kidding me? How you are in business is how you are in love, and how you are in love is how you are in business. If you're cut off and if you don't get this, you can't be successful on both sides, So I think it's so important, and I think that it's so important for you all, as you're watching this, to allow for love to come in, along with allow for money to come in, allow for miracles to come in, allow for support to come in. It's the same muscles, the same place, the same way of being. And that will get you to success so much faster than if you're trying to do this by yourself.
Yeah, and my big thing is that vibration. I know you talk to that. And so for me, it's an easy, just because part of my business, because you'll see, right, guys, we're laughing and we're joking and we're having fun. This is work.
Yeah. This is how we work nowadays.
Yeah, and it's like, okay, so if you're sad and you're unhappy and you've been through a divorce and you're not open to love, can you imagine the vibe that you're putting out there, and two, what you're doing to yourself, because that just eats at you. So, you have that love and you have that light, and hopefully you'll be inspired to let that shine. And I want to invite you into the green room in just a moment. May, like you're saying about business, you've been doing this for like 20 years, right? So I know that you've got a strategy. You've probably got a lot of strategies. But what's the one driving force that you can share with our audience to help them see how they can monetize their calling?
Absolutely. My work is always from the inside out. So the strategy, if you haven't picked up on it by now, it's like stop walking on eggshells trying to please everyone. And underneath that really is about reclaiming that you are worth it, and that you deserve to be loved, adored, and cherished. When you can start to take that on and see yourself that way and treat everyone around you that way with love, adoration, and cherish. Cherish simply means utmost care, right? To worship, to love, to treat something with utmost care. Imagine if you start to treat yourself with utmost care. Super hot,
Wow.
right? Everyone around you will turn and treat you with utmost care, and that's how you will treat your clients. That's how you will be treated by everyone in your life.
Yeah.
Start there, baby.
Oh, thank you so much. Guys, just please do leave your comments. In fact, just get into the green room. Listen, right? This is how you get into the green room with Meg, because she's going to announce some stuff. She's got some cheap plays full out for me, guys. Right? Just showing up and just sharing the love, because it's, what is it? Hot love, hot life, or hot life, hot love?
Hot life, hot love, baby.
Love it.
We can't get to love until we have the life, right? Divorced moms, we're very practical. We got to build a hot life. That means hot business, hot children, and then hot love. So it kind of goes like that.
Oh, I get it. Right, guys, so I'm going to respect your time because I say 20-minute Google Hangouts and I get carried away because you're just playing, right?
I think that was a little longer than 20 minutes.
You know what? My Hangouts have been like, right, they've been longer than 20 minutes, but it's cool. It's cool. I'm sure it is, guys. So I would love for you to get in the green room with myself and May and talk, you know, about being loved and adored and cherished, and see what experiences you've had. You know,
can I give them a teaser on this one and what they'll get in the green room with us?
Yeah. I'll ask you if you've got anything to add. Hang quiet. You see, guys, I can't even. She's unleashed right now. See. Right, so yeah, I will. I'll let you add a couple of final words before we wrap up. But guys, if you want to get in the green room, if you've been to the Social Summit already, you'll know. And if you've made the purchase, if you've gone to the page, click on the link below and go to the next page. And how this works is you come into the Social Summit, there's 49 strategies to monetize your calling, as you can see, and you can take that and you can run. That's fine, that's okay. But if you're ready to pull, you know, the stops out and you're ready to actually embrace this and take your love and your life and expand everything in your business to the next level, to where you really want it to be, to where the things that you don't really say out loud, right? The things that we've probably shared that you probably say, is she saying that? To that level, right? I'm going to interview May and all of my guests and package up the interviews. And the theme is how to fulfill your life's purpose and get paid in the process. And May's not the only one. You know, I am asking my guests to play full out, like I shared. And so there's tips, there's tools, there's strategies. May's been in business for over 20 years. So you can imagine condensing that down into like a 30-minute interview and a PDF. The nuggets of wisdom, the vibe is there. You've got so much to hone in on and share and have that for yourself. You're in the right place. You're here to have your divine download. You're here to do this for yourself because you are worth it. You do deserve it to move to the next level. So click on that link. You'll be able to come and join us. And if you get May's green room, and if you're here after May's green room, then you can get a recording of that. If you come in today, you get all access, full access to every single green room throughout the 49 days of the Social Summit. Hello, the power is here, you know. So I'm not going to do a massive sales pitch because I don't need to. I would love to see you in the green room. I'd love to take the conversation further. May, have you got anything else to add? I know you have.
Yes. Well, because I bring such a different angle to this, right?
Okay.
I'm not a business marketing coach, so you won't get those kind of tips with me. We're going to be talking about men.
Yeah.
Understanding men and how do men play in this equation to help you build a hot business. Oh la la! If I look back into my life, you know, with my relationship with my dad, with my brother, with, you know, the men that I dated and the men that I had to do business with, there's always like there was trends and patterns and things that I trip over, and where I was ineffective with men cost me a lot of money. a
Whoa.
lot of money. And so you want to join me in the green room and talk about this so that you can really heal. It's a 2-for-1 deal, right? You're going to
Wow.
heal your relationship with men in personal relationship, and you're going to heal it and see how it applies in business relationship. Super hot, baby. You got to be there.
My goodness, I had no idea they was going to announce that because that resonates. I'm going to get in the green room and take a pen and paper and take some notes because that just comes up understanding. And I think we do need to take that time too. It's not just, there's two ways, isn't it? It's not just us girls, it's the guys as well. Love it, love it, love it. Guys, I shall see you in the green room hopefully. If not, I will bring another guest expert in day 7 of the Social Summit who will share their strategy for monetizing your calling. Take care, guys.
Bye.